Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Vosters and I'm a high school engineering teacher. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to make a structural foundation, so some foundation walls as well as footings, and then I'll get into how to make stairs briefly in case you have a basement that needs stairs to get from the first level to the basement. All right, so first off, I've just created a basic house with a little roof here, and then we're going to add the foundation. So the first step we're going to take, you're going to go to one of your elevation views. I'm just going to choose the east elevation. And from here, you're going to go to the architecture tab and create a new level. So I want to make this, I'm just going to try to make it 10 feet below my existing levels. And I'll just kind of line that up as best I can. Hit the escape key a couple times. And then I'm going to try to double click here so I can rename it. Would you like to rename corresponding views? Yes. I'm happy with the 10 feet here. If you need to adjust this to match your house design, you can certainly double click this and change it as well. So now we have our level 3, which is our basement. We can go back to level 1, which is our ground floor. And from here, we can go to structure and add a structural wall. From here, we want to add a 8-foot foundation wall, 8-inch thick foundation wall. So I don't have one of those, so I'm going to need to create it. So from here, I just pulled up the 10-inch concrete foundation wall, went to edit type. I'm just going to duplicate it. So I'll modify the name of it to be 8-inch. And just because I updated the name of it doesn't actually change the width of it. So we can see it's still in there as a 10-inch foundation wall. We will need to edit the structure of that wall in order to make it 8 inches, like so. So now it should be 8 inches thick, and we can click apply, OK. Before we start placing the wall, we want to switch the location line to finish face exterior. I'm going to go up to the pick lines tool, and then I'm going to try to line it up with the exterior of each wall on our first floor. Notice I am doing this on the L1 or first floor view. I'm not on the basement view, and you'll see why in a second. When I was clicking each of these, we were getting an error down here that's saying it's not going to be visible on this level. Because it's a structural wall, it's a foundation wall, it's automatically going to place it below this level, so it should show up in our basement. If I jump back to our 3D view, we can see that we did, in fact, get those foundation walls right below our L1. Okay, and if I go to I made a section view. So if I look at it from the side here, we can see that we did get that foundation wall placed. So it's going a little bit below our 10-foot level there. So if I did want to adjust that, I could at this point. If I went to the basement view and clicked on any of these walls, I could change the base offset to -10 if I so chose. So if you're doing like a crawl space or something, you may want to switch this to be, for instance, like 4 feet or something. And then when we go there, back to our 3D view, we should see one of the walls is a lot shorter now, right here. So if you are going to make a crawl space, obviously when you're doing your level from the elevation view, you would want to make that instead of being 10 feet or something, you'd want to make it equivalent to the height of that wall. Because otherwise, when you go to the basement view, notice we can't even see that wall anymore because I made it shorter. So I'm going to undo that because I want that wall to come back. From here, you could add a floor if you liked. So we can do that by clicking floor here, structural floor. We can make like a 4-inch concrete floor here. Maybe I just choose all the walls. We want it to be on the inside of our walls here. click the green check. They're overlapping, so I'm just going to say no here. And if I go back to my section view, now you can see we do have a nice floor here that's floating a little bit above where our walls end. So we still need to add our strip footings around the outside of the house. So we want to make those 8 inches thick by 16 inches wide. So I go back to my basement view. From here I can go to wall foundation, structural wall foundation. Click that. I'll save the project here. Sorry, it's saving right now. Okay, there we go. And once I've clicked on this wall foundation, now it allows me to select from a few different footings. And remember, we want a footing that is 8 inches thick by 16 inches wide, which is not available here. So we will have to just select one of these, go to edit type, and we'll duplicate it, create a new version. And it's going to be 8 and 16. We will have to update here our settings. So 16 inches for the width is going to be 1'4", and our thickness is going to be 8 inches. I guess 0 feet 8 inches. We can click apply. And now if we go to our 3D view, we should be able to click on our walls and it will add the footings right to the bottom. We'll double check that on our section view just to make sure it all looks good. And it looks like it does. So we can see the footing at the bottom. It's kind of sticking out from both sides. And it looks a little too thick. Hold on a sec. Let's undo those strip footings here. Looks like it didn't take. So if I click, it was still selecting the 36 by 12. So I forgot to select my one that I just created. If I do that again, we should be able to see that a little better. Okay, that looks better. So we have 4 inches sticking out on each side of the wall. Since it's 16 versus 8, so 4 inches on each side. And then it looks like it's 8 inches thick as well. So that's our strip footing. And last thing I want to do is just show you how to make stairs. So if I go to my basement view, you can do this on the first floor as well. If I go to, I'm going to hit escape to get out of the foundation tool. Then I'll go to stairs. And from here, you just want to place your stairs wherever it's appropriate. I'm going to do it kind of in the corner here. So I'll do that, and then I'll just place another kind of run of stairs here. And so if I go back to L1, we can see those stairs here as well. And if I go to my 3D view, I'll just show you, maybe if I hide, I'll click the green check just to create those stairs. And I can hide my roof real quick and my wall here. And, oh, there they are. So you can see we do have our stairs going all the way from the bottom floor up to the top. And if you want to reposition your stairs at all, we can go back to our basement and we can highlight everything. Oops. Go like that. Actually, we want to drag this way. Select everything, and then we can just kind of move it, snap it to the corner or something if we'd like. That way we're not wasting too much space. All right, so that is making your foundation walls. If your specific scenario is a little bit different, you should still be able to use a lot of the tips and tricks I showed in this video to make that happen. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.